Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new video. Today I am in Uluwatu in Bali, swimming in the ocean. As you can see, I am just in this beautiful cove, and I'm watching a bunch of stuff because my friends are swimming right now. But I decided to go live because what is there else to do on this planet Earth except to make content? Since everybody knows that making content online is literally the best thing you can do in the world, let alone governing nuclear facilities or growing food or doing business, accounting, work, etc. No, making videos on YouTube is the highest priority in life on this earth. So I'm just fulfilling my mission and purpose here on this planet to do the most essential work. When the COVID situation was happening, I was given the permission to continue doing these YouTube videos because it was essential work, just like the nurses and doctors work. Anyways, that's enough of that. I'm gonna briefly show you around this nice cave area. The water behind me is very turbulent and the waves are very strong, very powerful. So not ideal for swimming, but it's still good enough to enjoy some salty water, which I naturally did. Nothing better for your skin than salt water, and nothing better for your perception than to submerge yourself in salt water and come in contact with the ocean, because the ocean grounds you as well. It's a very grounding force. You may think that the ocean is a liquid force, it won't ground you, but that's actually incorrect because it is a gigantic life. And being that, it connects you to all of life that there is on this planet. And also, the ocean is connected, it's interconnected. When you get into the ocean, you come in contact with virtually every other particle in the ocean that exists, including in South Africa, North America, China, and wherever other parts there may be. So I have my friend with me here, Mr. Garrett Fadul. He is also a YouTube content creator. He's giving you some update on my life and showing you what I'm doing in the life of Shiva Kailash Shambho. Okay, Garrett, you're blocking the view. So yeah, this is what I do. Hello everybody that is joining in the chat, welcome. I'm just here enjoying the vibes with all of you, sharing some positive energy and hoping that you live wealthy, healthy, happily, and beautifully for the rest of your lives to come. So now, some tips, tricks, and techniques I can give you to live well, to live better on this planet Earth. My friends, this is something that is missed in virtually 90% of the people that I come in contact with, is that they sleep in the wrong way. They sleep in the wrong direction. Can you believe you can sleep in the wrong direction? And if you are sleeping in the wrong direction, you are hurting yourself, hurting your sleep, going to have disturbed sleep, not knowing what the cause is. And that's 90% of the people on planet Earth. They are unconscious to the subtlest aspects of life. And just going about daily living, scrubbing your head against the wall, thinking everything is fine. Everything is not fine. Everything is pretty bad, actually, if you're living unconsciously. So what does this mean? What direction can you sleep in? My friends, the worst direction you can sleep in, the one that will cause the most amount of pain, is to the north, if you're in the northern hemisphere, or to the south, when you're in the southern hemisphere. I first learned this from Sadhguru. Thank God to Sadhguru for learning all the subtleties of life and sharing them with us, because me sitting down and meditating and figuring this out on my own would take a tremendous amount of time that I don't have. So thank God that he shared his wisdom with us and continues to do so, because it makes our lives so much easier. And the reason for sleeping in the wrong way in the north, if you're in the northern hemisphere, or south in the southern hemisphere, is because the magnetic poles pull energy towards that direction. And because you have iron in your blood and metal in your blood, if you're sleeping with your head towards the north, the blood will subtly and slowly travel to your head. And the head area is very sensitive to these things. So you will lose your sleep. You will be disturbed in your sleep. And I know this from personal experience, how uncomfortable it is to sleep in these bad directions. Now, whenever I go to an Airbnb or a hotel or a hostel or any place, I always check on my phone what is the direction of my bed. If it's facing east, which is the best way to sleep, the best direction to sleep, that's where I sleep. But if it's facing any other way, I usually change my bed. For sure, I will change my bed if it's facing south, if I'm in the southern hemisphere, or north if I'm in the northern hemisphere. If it's facing west or south in the north or north in the south, it's relatively okay. But the best place to sleep is facing east. This is what you right now need to do. Pause this video, take out your phone, take out the compass, check which direction your bed is facing, and then arrange it to face east. That will give you the best sleep. This is not about sitting and meditating for 20 years straight, 2 hours a day, 20 hours a day, or whatever, and grinding and halting. This is about changing subtle aspects of life in a way that those things will do the work for you. We're living well, living sensibly. You still need to do that. Meditation is maintenance for the mind, but if you're living badly, it doesn't matter how much meditation you're going to do, you're going to still live badly. This is my friend Justice. It was his birthday yesterday. Turned 22 years of age. Share some wisdom with the audience, Justice.
Drop some wisdom right now. What were you just speaking about?
Sleeping, facing east, sleeping in the right direction.
You can speak into that. Very interesting.
Or anything.
Or anything.
Yes. What have you been learning swimming in the ocean, living in Bali, and yeah.
That we have a lot of reasons to be humble as monkeys on this planet, running around, thinking that we're very entitled to many things. We might be extremely spiritual and have divinity within us, yet that divinity in a lot of us turns to entitlement, and we still forget to just honor and respect this beautiful planet and all that we do and all of our actions. And there's a degree of integrity after being in this land and seeing how it's treated that is being called forth for me that I just did not feel so passionate about before. It's like, okay, I could see the damage happening to this place and the neglect happening. And it's a beautiful culture as well, and there's so much joy and there's so much spirit and life here. And it's crazy to me to see that this island has been disgraced in so many ways. So,
namely with the garbage and plastic.
Yes, garbage and plastic. But the people still smile and are happier than, I'd say, about 99% of the people I know in the US. And just that alone has taught me enough. Because it's not about just the extrinsic beauty and the environment. You could be poor, you could be rich. But there's a richness in the culture and the state of mind and the being and just the goodness that is a standard, right? To treat people with human decency and to treat the planet with that same decency. Like the Balinese, they offer offerings to their tradition and their world of spirit 2 times a day, right? In the morning and in the evening. And it creates like a deep sense of reverence and a sacredness about this place. It's like, what do you call it? When you light
incense?
Not so much incense, but linga bhairavi, right? It becomes a consecrated space,
yes.
Right? They're consecrating this entire place.
Yes. Talking into respecting life. The next tip and advice that I can give all of you, and something that I know from personal experience, is to stay away from eating animals. You don't want to eat animals. I repeat this often, and it's important to note and to say, and I will say it many more times on this planet, because animals are suffering very dearly and deeply. Over 100 million animals are being killed every single year, and that's not fun, that's not sane, that's not compassionate to do. And the pain and misery of the flesh that you consume gets lodged in your own muscles, and then you suffer miserably in your meditations, if you meditate, or just in your everyday life. So the wisest thing you can do is to eat a diet that is the most compassionate that you can make it, which is what? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and legumes. Nature has given these foods that grow out of the ground in hundreds of thousands of different varieties, and we can prepare them in excellent ways. We don't have to go run and chase a dog down, cut its head open, skin it, take the flesh out, fry it on a barbecue, and eat it, that oily flesh. That's insane. And why am I saying a dog? Because some cultures eat dogs, and a dog is better off to eat a dog is a less intelligent life form than a pig and a cow, which is even more of a disgrace to do, to commit that crime. So be compassionate out there, my friends. Life will treat you well. Life will reward you if you act compassionately and have a compassionate diet, which, if you're meditating, you must do. It is essential. And the third and final tip, the last tip that I will share with you here, my friends, is that meditation is so absolutely important. What is meditation? Meditation is maintenance for your mind. Just like you shower every day, you brush your teeth, you wash your clothes, you do all these maintenance activities for your everyday life. You have to maintain your mind and state of mind. If you don't meditate in some ways, you are not maintaining the balance of your mind. Unless you are extremely mentally gifted, that cannot be done by most individuals. So you have to sit down with your legs crossed, palms on your laps, eyes closed, sit down, close your eyes, pay attention to your breathing, and just do nothing. Just relax. Just be peaceful by your own nature. That's a very basic form of meditation. You can learn other forms of meditation like Sadhguru's Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya. You can do that. Or you can visit a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat, which I urge and recommend virtually all of you to do, as I recently came out of a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. So meditation is maintenance for your mind, and you don't want to neglect your mind because everything comes out of your mind, realistically speaking, and you want to maintain your most valuable assets. Now we've spoken about that, let me read some of your comments. I only eat veg, but I still need milk products. No, that is incorrect. You do not need milk products. You are actually causing suffering and pain to cows, and you are causing death to the cows that you drink milk from, because inevitably they end up in the slaughterhouse. So shame on you for drinking mother's milk that comes out of a bovine animal. That is insane, and you are insane. And you need to open up your third eye perception center for you to see clearly what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You're feeding off of animals and the byproduct that come from animals. You dirty, stinky human being. Leave animals alone. Don't milk rats, chickens, pigs, cows, dogs, cats. You don't need their milk. When you were a baby, you needed your mother's milk, and that's about it. So leave the animals alone, will you? You ignorant fool. Okay. Didn't y'all try to take over the island by Haiti? Don't know what that means. No. Bro, who eats dogs? Asian countries eat dogs. Educate yourself, you buffoon. I'm sorry about this, but guy doesn't respect dogs, big F. Yes, you don't respect cows, pigs, and chickens. Even bigger F. If you could more capitalize that F, that would be you. A big failure. A fat failure, which is who and what you are. An ignorant fool. Okay, moving on. The outside world needs to reflect your inner world. To call yourself a master is maybe too much. Is it too much? Is it or not really? You think about that in your meditation tonight, buddy. Dogs help to build society, and he's talking trash. F. Cows help to build society, you doofus, and so did horses, bozo, and some countries eat them. Why don't you shake off the confusion in your mind and stop eating animals, you dirty, stinky, individual, ignorant fool. Stop eating animals. Huh? Can you get that? It sucks having toxic family right as You technically can't choose your family, Shambo. The only person that's toxic is you. Okay. Hello, Jesus. Hello. Welcome. And like you know how sentiment in which you were born and so yeah, Andrew and Tiston Tate. Those guys are criminals. You better stay away from them, even though they're wise and say some wise things. Criminals that support gambling and promote children to gamble. Shame on you. Yo, Shambo, like you gotta escape your toxic family. Yeah, go and move out or become non-toxic. What is toxic? Alkaline. You become alkaline and you'll make your family alkaline. So don't do it. Chillax. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your questions, comments, concerns. Voice your opinions, everything and anything you can share. I'd love to hear it. Now I'm gonna go into the ocean. Garrett, watch myself. Watch myself. I'm gonna show you something. Show you something beautiful. Hopefully I don't fall and lose my phone. That would suck ass. Here I am, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can properly talk about spirituality and spiritual knowledge and insight. No better place to do this in the world than in a beautiful cave in the ocean. Now look at this. Well, would you look at that? This is what spirituality does, my friends. It makes your life better in every single way imaginable. Do it, meditate, eat some clean, healthy food, stay away from eating miserable animals, meditate, take care of your body, get some good friends, and leave the shitty city that you're living in. Move to Bali, come spend time with us. Pay me a bunch of money and I'll transform your life for the better and get you enlightened. Only $9.95 for enlightenment. Just kidding. Not really. Okay, what else? Look at this view, wow. Holy shit. Where are you at? I'm in Bali. I don't like eating animals, but I eat them, I think for ignorance or to be an idiot. Yeah, maybe. Or what if we walk gangster to you? Yes. I feel like you dominate, Osho dominated you when you were young, I don't know what that means. Hello, everybody, hello. Okay. There's my friend.
Oh, she's coming out the deep. I was just gonna ask if when you're done, you could B-roll me.
B-roll, yes.
You could B-roll. That's incredible. Thanks.
Allah, have you called? Let me get you a quieter spot and I will answer your questions. How long have I called my